Healthy fire burns in New Mexico. I asked several people at the Taylor Ranch Library, and out of the whole group, only 5 people responded. Here are their answers. Do you know what a forest fire is?
I assume it's a fire that happens in forests, not in the city.
No, what is a wildfire?
The technical definition might be difficult for me, but I've worked on wildfires as a young man. A fire in the wilderness that's out of control, that is not a controlled burn. That's what I usually think of as a wildfire, not a fire in an urban area or at a house, but rather in a forest or in a wilderness area.
That's way better than my definition.
Should we put all of the fires out as soon as possible?
It depends on if there is a prescribed burn, because a prescribed burn helps make sure that there's an even playing field. So if we have the correct amount of prescribed burns, then yes, we want to put the wildfires out immediately so it's not too overdue how much burning it would do, because then we'd have the wildfires and prescribed burns. If we're short on prescribed burns, then we'd need to have the some of the wildfires go for a little bit.
Yes. Is there a reason why you wouldn't?
Absolutely.
No, I used to think that, but my sister, a strange thing, but my sister became a smoke jumper, and that's a job I should have had, but...
Anybody know what a smoke jumper is? Go ahead, I'll give you 10 seconds, starting now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A smoke jumper is a person who parachutes into remote places to combat wildfires. And this has been Now You Know.
That's a job I should have had, but she became a smoke jumper, and she married a guy who was the supervisor of the smoke jumpers. And they found that by allowing the fires to burn, it actually was healthier for the forest. That it actually created more material for the little forest critters and plants to grow up with, and it created more fertile ground. And so by putting out all the fires immediately, what you do is you maintain this undergrowth that's burnable material. And if it stays around too long, you can have massive fires instead of low-level fires. If you have controlled low-level fires, it's not too bad. But if you have burnable material that is stored up for years and years and years, then one day you have a massive fire that becomes a huge threat to all the surrounding area. So I think that sometimes it's best to allow the fires to burn themselves out.
Do you know what the benefits of a fire are?
Allow new sprouts to come up and grow from there.
Did you know they also kill diseases, provide new habitats, new generations, and some plants need them, like the pine, to reproduce?
Some of that I did, some of that I didn't.
More trees to grow,
Yeah.
or they grow better, or...
Yeah, did you also know they kill diseases and they help other plants, like some of the pines out here, to actually reproduce, because some of them need extreme heat to get their seeds
No,
out.
that I didn't know. No, tell me.
Fires help clean up the floor so that way it doesn't get overcrowded. It kills diseases and provides new room for new habitats and new generations. And some plants, like the pines that we have here, somewhere in the mountain, up in the Himalayas, they need extreme amounts of heat to reproduce.
Oh, okay.
And now, my awesome conversation. And no, I'm not being sarcastic.
In the forests as soon as
But my
possible.
question to you is this: who's deciding this? When there is a fire in the forest, who makes a decision as to whether they put out or are they all put out? Is it the Forest Service or?
Well, what they're doing is they're just now starting to allow some forests to burn, but they are controlled, like you said earlier. But some of them they put out right away, not even allowing some of the forests that haven't been burned in 20, 25 years to not burn.
Well, I'm thinking about here because it's so dry. I don't think they would ever let that happen, would they? Or not?
Well, they're just now starting to let some of them burn because they're just now really realizing what they allow.
But I mean, if they start to burn, can they get out of control?
Well, that's what they're doing. As soon as they happen, they're starting to control them.
Okay.
So.
Thank you all.
That's basically it. Thank
Okay,
you.
You're very welcome.
All right, thank you. Do you want to?
welcome.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
All right.
So, thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Pavolkos, for being the best gifted social studies teacher ever. Bye.